Hello everybody, welcome to my video, and today we're gonna talk about TryHackMe sessions in order to legally crack WordPress. So this is tryhackme.com, and anyone can learn cybersecurity with TryHackMe. I have an account, so I already logged into the account. As you can see, I'm in one of the top 17 over here. Okay, so let's see. We are gonna talk about Coldbox Easy Try Hack Me, and I just opened it, and this is my Wikipedia page, and we need to find out the user text, user.txt file, the flag, the CTF, capture the flag, and root.txt. Okay, so let me just start the machine. The machine is about to get started, and I have 1 hour. It will show me the IP address in some time. So let me just connect to my VPN. So my VPN is over here, acopedia.vpn, and let me just connect to my VPN. So sudo, let me just Google search once again how to connect to TryHackMe VPN. So here is a guide, and let me quickly see. So we just need to install OpenVPN and then sudo OpenVPN and then the path. So I just go to sudo OpenVPN, then I have the path home, Akash, downloads, and then Akupedia is my name, and I'm connecting it to my VPN. I enter my password and I'm connected to my VPN. Alright, let's open a new tab. So let me just zoom it for you guys to make it really easy. And over here you can see this is the IP address. So let me just ping this machine if everything is okay or not. So let me just ping that particular machine ID, IP address as pinging. So it's all good. Let me just exit that. Let me just open that particular IP, and let's see what it is all about. 10.10.3.246. It's gonna open in few seconds, and it's a cold box here. Welcome to cold box, a machine designed by cold. It's a very simple machine to solve, and there are several ways to escalate privileges. So as you can see, this is powered by WordPress, and WordPress powers almost say I think it powers around say 70% of the whole world websites. So 43% of the web is built on WordPress. Correct me over there. Welcome to WordPress, most popular website builder. So let's try this ethically how to crack this. So now, as you can see, we need to find. Um, we'll just go to inspect element, and you can see this is WordPress. This is WordPress, and quickly to Control F and type WordPress. You can see it's WordPress version 4.1.31. So that looks good. Cold box, okay, and cold is a user, so that's one of the things. So we'll quickly open nmap over here. So let me just type nmap. Now nmap is a tool we should be using. It's called network mapper. I'll be showing it to you in couple of moments. We'll be using simple command as nmap stat s capital search v for verbose, and then we'll go to that particular, we'll copy that URL and we'll paste that URL over here. We'll remove the HTTP just for convenience, for time being at least, and let's start nmap. I'll show you what nmap exactly is. So I'll go to Google. So nmap is basically nothing but a network mapper. It's a free security scanner. Okay, nmap is a security scanner created by so and so. Nmap is used to discover hosts and services. So over the network you can find many cool things by using network map nmap. So it's used by NSA, so use it carefully, and this is just for educational purposes, so please use this tool very carefully. Okay, so let's check out what the nmap scan has shown. So you can see port 80, that's TCP IP HTTP port, is open and Ubuntu is the server. So this is interesting information. So let's go further and find out the hidden directories which might be hidden forward. So like I guess if this is WordPress, so it should be index.php, and index.php it is indeed, yes. So it's based on PHP, so index.php. We'll be using this tool called GoBuster. I'll explain it to you in a short moment what is GoBuster is, and we'll hit U for URL, and we'll just go over here, just copy this URL and paste it over here, and we'll give it a word list. Now it has a word list. Word list is I'll just get back to you in a moment. So it's about, so what is GoBuster? GoBuster is very interesting tool. Please use it with caution. GoBuster is a directory, file, DNS and virtual host busting tool. It's just to brute force URIs, that is directories and files in web services. So you please use it very carefully. This for educational purposes. And there's something called as common list, and let me just show it to you. GoBuster common sec list. So this is where I downloaded the sec list from GitHub. Security list for web content, you can find it for a lot of other things also. So that's out of scope as of now. So I saved it, as you can see over here, as common.txt, and I'll just go over here and type W, and then I have to W, I'll go to home, Akash, downloads, common.txt. Now let the GoBuster do its magic. It will find out some hidden files probably, which will come into the picture pretty soon. So let me just research something more about this. Let me just click over here. This looks quite interesting. So you can see over here that this is just a reply page. If I try, if I want to see the 404 error, or so if I hit on 12, so let's see what happens. Something should happen. The page isn't working. So if I go back, so if I type 121 or something, oops, that page can't be found. So this is 404 error. So this might be this might come to our use sometime later. So you can see started GoBuster and it has found 3. There's different directories. So hidden is one. Interesting. So let's go over here. Let's quickly type hidden, HIDDEN, and oh, urgent, gold. You change Hugo's password when you can send it to him so he can continue uploading his files. Philip. This looks like there's also a user called Hugo, but Hugo won't be of any use since we're targeting cold. That's C0LDD cold. So that's one thing. And then WP content, let's have a look. It's better to have a look at each and every aspect. WP content looks blank, and we would have a look at WP includes now. WP includes might have something, I guess so. So WP includes has all these files, and WP login I'm searching for is not over here. So update.php. So these are some of the less critical areas. Anyways, we are not interested into that. So what we will be doing next is we would probably go to say login. Let's have a look what happens. The request, okay, it's Apache Ubuntu, so we just confirmed that it's Ubuntu previously. So I think wp-admin is for the login screen, and yes, we'll type here. We know the user called cold, so COLDD, but we don't know the password, so we'll brute force the password. Yes guys, we'll brute force the password. We'll be using the tool called WP scan. So I'll just show it to you. So WP scan, and then the URL, we'll just get the URL from here. So the URL and wp hyphen login or admin.php, anything is fine. So php and then capital U for user. We know the user. We're gonna break the password of the user code. So C0ldd and then tat P for password. And we will be using this password famous cracking dictionary called rocku.txt. You can see it's 140 megs. So what is rocku.txt? I'll just show it to you in the meanwhile. So I'll just go to Google and what is rocku.txt? You can see over here rocku.txt. It's password cracking rules for hashcat based on static and industry pattern. So it's a whole dictionary of cracked passwords. So you can also visit my GitHub link. You can find some interesting information. I write Akash Angle insights on rocku.txt. Compilation of 8.4 billion passwords have been compromised, and you can read this in free time. Meanwhile, we'll crack the password, and it's home Akash. We need to just feed in the path downloads, and it's rocku.txt. As simple as that. So we're gonna hit enter, and boom, WP scan has just begun. WordPress security scanner by WP scan. So let me just minimize it. So it's enumerating as of now. Let me just unzoom for you so you can see that it's trying to crack. So you can see the confidence is 100%. This site seems to be multi-site, and it's also important to get the reverse shell. So reverse shell is something wherein you can get further access after we get the password in order to completely gain access. That's privilege escalation, guys. Yes, so privilege escalation. So meanwhile we'll make a payload. So we'll go to Google and we'll do something called reverse shell file upload. I prefer pentest monkey. So pentest monkey, we will go to somewhere where we can find a GitHub reverse shell probably. And yes, this is the one, PHP reverse shell, and PHP reverse shell, this one. I will go to raw and I'll copy this. Meanwhile, I'll open my Sublime text just for time being at least, and I'll paste it over here. So you can see this is a payload. Payload is something wherein we can fill in our malicious code to the end user, and we'll keep the port as 1234. Just will change the IP address. So the IP will be the internal IP. So we're gonna just keep this like that for time being, and we'll just have a look what's going on in our terminal. So it's still cracking. You can see trying code. This password hasn't been cracked yet. So there are 14 crores 34 lakh 43,391 password list on rocku.txt. Meanwhile, we can just go over here and let's see what else we can find. So let's go to Callbox once again. Let's see if anything interesting. So nothing interesting we find over here. Meanwhile, let's see. Still cracking the password, and if we are lucky, it's done pretty fast. So we'll wait for some time, and I will tell you the next tool which we'll be using. It's called Netcat. So Netcat, what is Netcat? Netcat is a port listener. So it's a computer networking tool used for reading and writing to network connection using TCP/IP or UDP, that's Transmission Control Protocol, or User Data Control Protocol. So we will be using the famous netcat command called nctat lvnp on mostly 1234, 1234 primarily being the reason that our port over here is 1234, as you can see over here. So we just need to input the IP. So first let us get the command and control. Is still trying to crack the password. It looks like the password is pretty complex, might be huge. So we are just waiting and waiting for some time. And let's see what else. We need a user.txt flag and root.txt flag. So the whole point I want to make over here is just by getting the password, it's not completely hacking or ethically hacking the machine. Oh, the password is broken. You can see valid combinations found. You can see, I'll just zoom it for you. You can see over here, this is the password. Wow, that's amazing. I'll just copy this and let's see if it really works or not. So it should work, of course. And let me log in. Looks like a mobile number, but I'm not gonna call on that mobile number. And if everything works successfully, we should be in by now, any moment. So since I'm on a VPN, it might take a bit long. It might take a couple of seconds. And here you see 1, 2, 3, and boom, we are in. We are in. So now we need to find, as we discussed earlier, a payload wherein we can input our malicious code. So I prefer appearance. I go to editor, and as we saw earlier on the 404 error, I would like to go to 404 template, and over here I would like to completely remove this. So the hacker, the bad guy, always tries to inject the code via some forgery. So I'll just open this and I'll just copy this. I'll paste this. There's one thing remaining though. I haven't yet set my netcat listener. So that's the way to do is sudo just if config, as in like IP config in on Windows, and tune into 0 or turn 0, and I'll hit my password quickly, and this is the inet. I'll copy this IP and I'll go further, and this is where I need to input the IP. And here I input the IP. Let me just check everything is okay. Port 1234, the IP is input. I hit on update and I go to cold box. I go to visit site on a new tab. Meanwhile, I go over here and I just try to manipulate in order to say 1213, and let me just check if nothing is happening over here. I haven't set netcat to be on. So netcat, as I showed the command lvpn on 1234. Yes, on 1234 we are listening. The cat is listening, and let's see. We are inside the machine and we have updated it. We haven't updated it yet, so let's update it once again, probably. And netcat lvpn on lvnp, I guess so. Lvn net port listener to 1234 and is listening, and I go further and further and further again, and I hit on this, something should come up over here, and boom, I get a reverse shell, guys. I got a reverse shell, so I can type who am I, and I am you www.data. That's interesting. So if I want to check the ID, I can check the ID, but unfortunately I'm not the root. So let's say if I do cd, let's do ls. So over here, so let's go to cd slash home, and let's do ls. So cold is over here. So if I, where is the user flag? So you can see over here, I need to check on the user flag. So I do cat user dot txt, not cat, cd cold and ls, and you can see here is user.txt. This is one of our flags, guys. This is one of our flags, user.txt. So for security purposes, I'm not gonna leak this over here. Still, you can see I'm on the top 17. But how do I privilege escalate this and go even further? So there's a command wherein you can give permission. This is interesting. You give it a permission perm find all files with permission tat. So the permission would be set to 4000, and I'm gonna pull it into a void. Okay, so void is nothing but a null or a black hole. So let me just have a look, and you can see meanwhile I'll open GTFO bins. I'll quickly tell you what GTFO bins is. GTFO bins. So GTFO bins is just for curated list of Unix binaries that can be used to bypass local security. So basically for privilege escalation or all, we use this. So according to my experience, let's go to find command. Find is interesting command since there is the find command. So we'll type here find, and we'll open find. You can see to get the shell, to get the sudo access, we need to hit on this particular link. So I just go to user find, I copy this and I just paste this over here, and let me just paste it once again for you. So I'm pasting it, and then I go over here and I copy this as it is, I hit on space and I paste it over here, and I hit, and I just wait for some time and I check my ID, and guess what, I'm a root. So if I cd to root, I'm a root, and root.txt is over here. So you can see, so we'll go to one step above and ls, and we'll go to cd home, and ls, we'll just go to cd user, cd cold, cd cold, hit on ls. Here is user.txt. If I hit on cat user.txt, I get the flag, and here is the flag, and I copy this and I go over here and I paste this, and boom, your answer is correct. And then the last one, so I go to cd slash root. So cd/root and ls, and I cat this, concatenate this root.txt. And here is the flag, guys. Here is the flag. We have completely hacked the machine. Yes, I'll just prove it to you in a moment. And that's it. Congratulations, you completed the room. You can see. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Bye.